السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Here in front of us we have all these different qaidas or different beginning lessons on how to teach the Quran, how to learn the letters of the Quran. As you can see, this is Quran Made Easy. This is a beautiful book. I find it very useful because it has a lot of exercises for the children, and I have used a lot of these letters, words that they've made to make my flashcards. And here we have the Nurani. This is the Qaida Nurani, and we have here different like a different way of teaching the children, which exercises come, etc. And here this is this other qaida here that you see. This is called the Iqra qaida. There are many different ways of teaching the children, but what I find really interesting is that the usual way of teaching, or you can say the old-fashioned way of teaching, has been where you have the tanween being taught before teaching the sukoon or the sakin, because as you can see, the help sign that we're going to be teaching you, I'll be talking about. But here, as you can see, that all the letters, right from the fatha, dhamma and kasra, we move on to the tanween. The tanween is where they wear these kind of caps, you know, the do zabar, the do zair, and the do pesh. This is what's called the tanween. All right, but we don't do that, because actually if you look at and this one doesn't either, the Yassirna al-Quran one doesn't either, because see, they teach the whole lesson on sukoon. See, lots and lots of practicing lessons on the sukoon before they go on to tanween, which is exactly what I do. And the reason why we do this is actually, if you look at a tanween, what exactly is a tanween? You see the do zabar on the tanween. The tanween is the do zabar. And if you open this out, this is what it actually is. It's hamza with a fatha on top. Like as soon as an alif has anything on it, it becomes a hamza. So this one has a fatha, and then there's a noon with a sukoon on it. This is what it actually is. This one letter is actually this. So this is an, and this is an. It's exactly the same thing. So how can you teach the tanween when the child doesn't even know what this sign means? Because it's hidden inside this. So the best way to learn this is to first teach them the sukoon, which is what we're going to do. Now, as you can see here, I'm just going to articulate them or say them so that you can see how they're said, so that you understand how different it is when we stop at these. Now, for instance, here, this is ab, at. There's a little, see here the emphasis, there's a little bit of air escaping as I say at, ath, aj, ah, akh, ad, ad, az, ar, az, as, ash, as, al, alto, elf, a, el, af, aqo, ak. Again, there's air escaping in here. Al, an, aw, ah, a, ay. So this is what all these letters sound like. Now in the next one, I will let you know why we do those and what's happening on them. I don't emphasize everything for the children because I find that some things are already happening, and it becomes a little bit confusing for the children to remember all these theoretical words, like for instance itbaq. We do the isti'ala because that is important for the children to articulate the sounds in a strong manner, but things like itbaq or istitalat or takrir, they eventually will learn it and should learn it, but I've tried to simplify it as much as possible so that the children are actually articulating implementing the characteristics of the letters, so that at least it is being practiced or put into practice rather than just theoretical absorption. Because that's what I find, that we are just theoretically absorbing everything, but we're not bringing it into practice. And I hope and pray that I have tried to do that with the children, and that they have learned how to do that. I'm no expert at it, but I've tried to do whatever I know. I've tried to help the children with it, and try to make them practice in putting it into actually pronouncing those sounds. So inshallah, we'll go through those with you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.